and we talked about it. Kind of a shaky start for Russell, but based on what you saw, you feel he's the guy. He should be the number one guy going in.
Totally. And it makes sense because a guy like Mike Tomlin, he's under no stress. Why would he sit here and put a quarterback in that he didn't think would go out there and play well? You know, obviously Fields got them to 4-2, but Russ is potentially going to take them to the next level. And you said it. The first beginning of this thing, it was brutal. He looked terrible. But what he did was he got the ball to this man right here, George Pickens. And Jay, if you were to ask me who the Pittsburgh Steelers' best offensive weapon is, it's George Pickens. It's not their running backs. Freiermuth is a great tight end, but Pickens should be in the conversation as a top 5 receiver, but he's got no one around, or no one quarterback to throw the ball to him. And now, all of a sudden, Russ, who is a deep ball expert and a guy who's not afraid to take a shot, gets in here, and I think they're only going to get better. That touchdown we watched just there, Russ underthrows it. This play right here, 3rd and 7, he's open. It's underthrown. Russ will get more in chemistry with him, more on pace with him. This duo will take off. You saw Pickens had over 100 yards on a lot of big plays, really turned the offense around, and you could just feel it. If you're a Steelers fan, as soon as they hit that first go ball to Pickens, Russ got comfortable. It was like the weight of the world was off his shoulders, and that was a spark that I think Pittsburgh Steelers fans have been wanting ever since Ben Roethlisberger has retired.
That's fair. That's fair. You ready to hear from your guy?
Can't wait.
Here he is with Melissa Stark.
All right, guys, first start for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Russ, I'm going to start with you. How did it feel out there?
Man, it feels like playoff baseball season where I started off 0 for 2, and then we got hot. You know, I think that just the guys on this team, man, just the belief. Man, we got tons of faith, and we got tons of faith in each other, and just these fans were unbelievable, man. Just to be my first home game here and everything else, it was special. And seeing this dude over here make plays, baby, I love it. So it was just a great team effort.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. We didn't get to hear from George. Okay, let's talk about Davante Adams for a second. You bring him in. It's the right move. We talked about it. We predicted it.
Yes.
Did the offense look the way you wanted it to look, or do you see some issues, though?
I thought it looked better at times. They really struggled in the second half. But in the first half, you could kind of see the dynamic unfolding. Hey, Davante's in on the action. Aaron looked very in control of the situation. But they just make so many mistakes. It's hard to fathom. And you wonder why they're doing it, especially with a quarterback like Aaron, who is a veteran guy who should be driving this bus in practice about details and locking in. And Davante's a guy who, again, he's been here for a week. He's going to consistently have a bigger and bigger role in this offense. But to not have any catches in the second half of a game where you're trailing for most of it was a bit concerning. And Garrett Wilson was clearly had an off night. So that combination was tough. But you see the balls batted down. They have a hard time protecting, and it just kind of goes to show you can have as many superstars as you want in this league, which right now at receiver with Davante, Garrett Wilson, Allen Lazard is the 3. Mike Williams made a big play as the 4. Breece Hall is supposed to be a great running back. It just goes to show you, if you don't have 5 offensive linemen up front that can handle their business, it's going to be tough no matter what.
And then, you know, they add Adams. You got Hassan Reddick finally ending his holdout, but they've lost 4 straight. Like, they're 2-5 now. And Buffalo, we're going to show that to you later. Buffalo wins on Sunday. So the division's getting out of reach. Are the playoffs getting out of reach for the Jets?
The division is very out of reach unless something crazy happens. The playoffs, I would say, are out of reach, but there's a caveat here. The Jets' schedule, I don't think, is very strong. And on top of that, you said it, Hassan Reddick's coming back. You can potentially string some games here where you can win, which is a big if. They have to win.
Yes.
But the Colts, as we see there on the schedule, are currently in the last wild card spot at 4-3, and I think that team is in a bit of a predicament with Anthony Richardson. Are they going to try and develop Anthony Richardson, or are they going to put Joe Flacco in and try and make a wild card spot? So to me, I don't think that last wild card spot is secure. But that being said, the Jets have to win, and they have to win now. They're 2-5. They need wins immediately, and they make so many mistakes in the defense, especially the last 2 weeks, has looked very, very subpar. In my opinion, they ought to go back and get Rob Saleh back because they certainly played better ball when he was coaching.
It's actually not a bad idea. Just make him the D coordinator, and everybody's happy.